If I could have your attention, please. We're going to go ahead and get started with our post-race Daytona 500 championship team. That's the number 17 DeWalt Ford. Your driver is Matt Kenseth. Your crew chief is Drew Blickensderfer. Your team owner is Jack Roush. We're pleased to be joined right now by Drew. And well, congratulations. And what are your thoughts and emotions on being the crew chief for the winning car in the 2009 Daytona 500?
It hasn't sunk in yet. Thank you. It's pretty surreal to have the chance of being associated with a team like the 17. When I worked at Roush Fenway before on the Cup side, you kind of looked over at them as the model team in the series. They had just won the championship or were about to win the championship. So that was a team you wanted to be involved with. And then getting to work with Matt on the nationwide side, and then being able to come back to him and lead the team is pretty amazing.
All right, we'll take questions for Drew. If you have one, raise your hand, state your name, affiliation. We'll start over here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave Rodman with NASCAR.com. Drew, I mean, the way you finished the second half of the year last year with Carl, come out and win this race, I mean, what do you do for an encore from here? Or are you not even thinking about the success you've had the last half year?
Honestly, I haven't thought about it. It's kind of, you get swept up into this windstorm of going to a different shop, even though I'm at Roush Fenway still, and doing the COT thing. It's kind of consumed me for since the season ended at Homestead. So I haven't thought about that too much. You know, I'm very fortunate, obviously, to be at Roush Fenway and have two drivers like Carl Edwards and then now Matt Kenseth. It's I know I'm blessed with that. So I'm thinking about that. But the success last year is kind of over with, especially since we only finished second in the points, and it's on to this year.
Next question. We can get it over here to Dave, and then we'll get David Poole. Go ahead, Dave Coleman.
Dave Coleman, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Drew, you had that smile on your face yesterday afternoon, and you knew you had a pretty good piece, but did you at that point think, yeah, just maybe?
You know, I really did. I think the two runs we made during practice yesterday, we probably put more. I know we put more laps on our car than anybody else. It was fast, and he made comments afterwards that it was as fast as certain cars that you are your benchmark when you're at plate racing. So I thought, if we end up in the right line at the right time and everything goes well, this car is capable of winning. I know he is. The pit crew is. So I really thought we had a chance. If you would have seen me the previous 10 days, it wouldn't have been that smile. It was a rough week and a half leading up to yesterday when we got this backup car out and got to put laps on it.
Go ahead, David.
David Poole, Charlotte Observer. Drew, have you given any consideration to retiring undefeated?
That's what I told him out there. I said I can only go downhill from here. You know, I was fortunate enough when I went with Carl last year. We won our first race at Milwaukee, first race out, and I knew the next week at New Hampshire it was just going to be downhill. So I'm thinking if we don't win practice, the first practice at California, it's a failure. But seriously, it's I think Matt and I have similar personalities where you're a perfectionist, and I thought yesterday our car was good, but not great. You know, always could get better. I thought today our car was good, but not great. So I am looking forward to California, actually, now that you say that.
Okay, let's go upstairs for a question. Who has a question upstairs? Any questions?
No questions right now.
Okay, we'll come back down here. Go ahead, Dave, and then we'll go down to David. Go ahead.
Drew, as you got rain coming, you got cautions, you're in second, whatever. Your guys tends to be pretty even keeled, but did you have to calm him down? How did he react? What did you have to say to him?
You know, I think he realized he got a little excited himself. He as soon as we took the lead, from nowhere I heard a Matt Kenseth kind of scream that said "rain, rain, rain, rain," and that's very uncharacteristic of him. So So then when the caution came out, he said, "What's it look like? How's the radar?" I said, "It's here. It's going to be here. It's going to rain for a couple hours. We're going to be okay." And he said back to me, "Let's just stay calm here." And I think that was him catching himself, thinking, "Okay, this could be a good thing here." But he's so calm, cool, and kind of ice cold that you usually don't have to say anything to Matt to calm him down.
David, you have a question? Real quick, another one for Drew, and then we'll get to Jack.
Me?
Did you have one? Go ahead.
Pardon me for forgetting this, but did you guys lose your primary car in the 150?
Yeah.
That was like a month ago. So
Yeah, exactly. It seems longer now. Yeah, we lost a car at the Bud Shootout, and then we lost another car in the 150. We our car in the 150 actually seemed to have really good speed. Might have been a blessing in disguise. Didn't seem to handle too good in the 150s or in practice before that. But yes, we did. We lost a car Thursday.
We'll also be pleased to be joined by car owner Jack Roush. And Jack, congratulations on winning the Daytona 500. Your thoughts?
Thank you. Well, I'm just pleased to be here with Chip Bowen and with Drew. I don't know if Drew deserves this. I had to wait over 20 years, Drew, just so you know. And this is Drew's first race as a crew chief, as you probably have celebrated with him. But there's Chris Andrews gave us a great engineering package behind the cars. Robbie Reiser, of course, managed everything in the shop and managed Drew and sometimes managed me, to my dismay. And so there's a lot of good people that form the organization that help make this possible. But, of course, Matt is at the center of it. Matt Kenseth is as good at this business as anybody has been, and on days when he can't do what he needs to, it's because I haven't given him the tools. And last year I let him down by not being able to do for him what I needed to. And, oh, there he is. Scratch that. I didn't see you sneaking up behind me. But, Matt should have won last year. We made some changes. We're promote from within the company, and we moved Robbie Reiser off his program, and we didn't manage to get the organization of his team exactly right. And you only have to be off a little bit in this business. If you're just off just a hair, you just can't quite get it done. And that was a year we had with Matt last year. Matt did everything he needed to do, but we just didn't quite get right for him. But over the winter, Drew came on board, and Chip stepped into a role of being the senior engineer for not only this team but for the entire group. And as far as team engineers are concerned, and boy, they got the magic back. They had the speed in the car, had depth in the organization. I'm not sure, Drew, was this actually one of the cars that we sent back to the shop that got freshened, or this a different car altogether? We sent one of the cars that had some damage, and I thought we might see it again. But I've got to count. I need to count my fingers after I shake hands with these guys after a meeting, because generally there's an extra car, some extra piece of hardware attached to one of them that I wind up losing track of. But anyway, we had a lot of depth. We had great cars. We had the Ford Fusion did a super job, and Matt deserved to win. It's as I said, it was my fault that he didn't win last year, but he's going to win a lot this year, and championship, I hope.
Matt Kenseth, driver of the number 17 DeWalt Ford. Congratulations. How's it feel to win the Daytona 500?
Oh, thanks. First of all, to be honest, it really hasn't sunk in. So I woke up this morning not really thinking I was going to win the Daytona 500. So especially when you come to a speedway, it's really more about the team and than it is about the driver. It's always about the team, but really they make the cars go fast. And I wasn't happy with my 500 car, and it ended up getting wrecked in 150s anyway. And as soon as we unloaded this car, it drove much better. And I kept complaining about it, and they kept adjusting on it all night, and did the right stuff at the end. So it's pretty unbelievable to be able to sit here and be able to actually be in the Daytona 500, much less win one. It's just a dream come true.